To read the history of the kings of Israel is to see example after example of the Canaanization that was happening in Israel. And by Canaanization, I mean that Israel, that God sent in to drive out and destroy the Canaanites, more and more they began to imitate the foreign worship practices of these Canaanites or other Gentile kingdoms. And we see a sad example of that in one of the chapters we read today in Bible in 1 year. 2 Kings 16 records how Ahaz, a king in the south, had allied himself to the Assyrians, and when the Assyrians granted him victory, then Ahaz went to Damascus. He saw this altar, an Assyrian-style altar that he was impressed with. And so he took the pattern of that altar, sent it to Jerusalem, and had an Assyrian altar erected in the very temple of the one true God in Jerusalem. One more example of how the kings, north and south, didn't live up to what God called them to be. Even the best of the kings of the south were not yet the king that the people of God needed. All of these kings, good, bad, and mediocre, were a reminder that we needed a better king. And that's exactly who finally came in Jesus the Messiah. Born of the house of David, born of the lineage of David, in order to be that promised son of David who would reign over the kingdom of God. A king who's willing to give his own life for us, his people, in order that in him we might have life and forgiveness.